Hey everybody, this is Mike Z coming to you again with another Skullgirls character reveal. Today we have Miss Fortune. Also, we give you guys a new look at the new character select screen, which we haven't shown in any of the videos thus far. So today we'll be showing you Miss Fortune. Let's see, probably Strike, and I'll be Philia. Miss Fortune at first glance is a regular Skullgirls character. I mean, a grosser than regular Skullgirls character. She has regular normals. She can do some crazy things like take her head off and hit you with medium punch or hard punch. She's got air combos, axe kick. As far as fighting game mechanics go, she has Rekkas, which a lot of people were excited about last time. Right, Rekka is a repeated special move that allows you to combo into the rest of itself if you hit with the first part. She can actually do high-lows, so thank you. Oh, hey, training mode would probably help. So, off of the first or the second hit of the Rekka, you can choose to either go low or high. My wonderful training dummy here is getting crossed up. She also has Fiber Uppercut, which is quarter circle toward kick. And if you hit the kick button again, you can choose to go into the air instead of staying on the ground for the end of it. So you can follow up, including with the hard kick one. It's also a big help for mobility, as kind of seen here. But her biggest unique feature is the fact that she can take off her head. So, like that. Once you've separated the head from yourself, you can recall it at any time. That's one of two ways she can get it back. You can take it off in the air or on the ground, but you can only recall it on the ground. Once it's actually separate from you, hard punch becomes all head attacks. So you have regular hard punch, which goes toward the opponent no matter where they are. You also have any direction, left or right, and hard punch, which allows you to position the head better for doing combos and such. You have uppercut motion in hard punch, which is an invincible anti-air. Also always goes toward the opponent. And you have quarter circle back hard punch, which is a command throw. It's not actually a throw, it's blockable, so thank you. And one of the other neat features about the head is it is always interactable with, so the enemy can hit it anytime. Enemy. Yay. And as you can see, that actually does damage to Miss Fortune. So come on over here and hit it again. Oh, well, we're in training mode, so you can't actually see me getting hurt. There we go. Right, it's half damage. The head can't block or choose to not get hit. I mean, you can move it around, but it's sort of a liability at that point. However, Fortune herself can also hit it. Right? And depending on what I hit it with, it goes different distances and allows me to do combos that I couldn't normally do. See? Oh, I'm not good enough to actually do any of them. But, yeah, it doesn't stop the opponent from moving around. It doesn't interfere with play aside from taking hits for you. But we tried to be as nice as we could with shadow mechanics. There's no negative edging to get the head to do things. There's no complicated button presses. But of course, you lose all your hard punches. So her extremely good jumping hard punch and her extremely good standing hard punch are sacrificed while you don't have your head on. As far as supers go, she has quarter circle toward and 2 punches, which actually causes sliding, which is one of the few untechable knockdowns in the game. And that one changes based on whether you have your head on or not, because you obviously can't do a headbutt without a head. She has an air super, which is nice because it allows for follow-ups. And she has her level 3, which is kind of unique as far as fighting games go. I'll do it over here so it doesn't hit first. Right, basically she shoots off all the different parts of her body in different directions, and if any of them hit you, oh, so I wasn't actually gonna do that. And if any of them hit you, come on me, do it like that. It pulls you toward it, and when she explodes, it actually hurts. But the cool thing about this is the end part is always wherever her head is. So if I do it over here, then it comes back where her head is, and you get your head back, depending on whether you want it or not. So you can do interesting things like not quite a corner combo. Right, but then position yourself differently depending on where you had your head before you started. It's blockable, of course, even after the super flash, Jason. Well, that was beforehand. But yeah, so it's not instant. It is invincible until she finishes, but as far as gravity squeeze type stuff goes, it's a little bit more punishable than that, especially because your appendages don't hit when they're coming back. So even if I like cleverly position the head by my opponent, right, they're not going to get hit at the end until the explosion. Her tag in and out is also pretty unique. Well, tag out is she leaves, but her tag in, depending on whether you have your head on or not, if you do, then your head comes out first and will hit the opponent. If you don't, at first glance, nothing, right? I mean, that seems kind of poor. But what actually happens is, as soon as she's the point character, you can do anything you want with the head. So you actually get to kind of create your own tag in, whatever is most useful for you at that point. So if you'd really like to, you can do command grab and then combo off of it with the character that just came in. You can defend yourself with a sneeze. You can position the head better. You can wait to see what your opponent does and react accordingly. It's kind of interesting in that it takes a little bit more finesse to actually use right, but I think in the long run it'll probably be pretty good. She also, as far as two-character characters goes, of course you can do standard stuff. Yes, that was standard, see? And the infinite protection kicked in at the end there. And her head stays out while she's not a point character, obviously, and watches you do stuff. So this one's actually pretty easy, but while she's getting hit or blocking, as you can see, the head is distressed, so you can't do head attacks, block. You can't do head attacks while you're being hit or blocking. And if you actually do one and then get hit or block, so like do forward hard punch or something, right, it'll interrupt what the head is doing at that point. So the only one that isn't true for actually is the sneeze. So come here for a moment. Right, so go ahead, 1, 2, 3. Well, see, and block. Right, so the sneeze won't be interrupted if you block. Everything will be interrupted if you hit, so you can't just kind of throw moves out there and the opponent doesn't get to approach you because they'll get knocked out or whatever they do. But if you position the head properly, you can still use it as long as you know what the opponent is trying to do and can defend yourself. This is kind of a compromise for shadow type characters. Some of them let you do stuff with the second character while you're blocking completely. Some of them have really complicated which moves can be interrupted, which can't. I always kind of found that hard to keep track of, and also annoying because as soon as you forget, you get hit by something that they did that it doesn't get interrupted. So in this case, we have one special case and everything else is, if you hit the body, then that's what's gonna happen. That was a quick look at Miss Fortune, one of the new characters in Skullgirls.